I will compare the two pictures that draw my attention were the second picture at the bottom, and the third picture, the top, and sorry, the second picture at the top and the third bottom with a man in a bicycle. Well, I think the girl, she's a girl. She's sleeping in a square. I think it's probably Rome or something related to Italy. And in the second picture, there's a man. He took his bicycle for a stroll, and he decided to stop and sleep because he was kind of tired or something like that. Well, if they wake up, I think that girl will be very surprised because perhaps many people will come to her and ask if she needs any help because she was sleeping at an unusual place.
Okay. Now, hello. Can you tell us who you think will benefit most from their sleep?
I believe the parents, which are holding the baby, because they seem to be very tired and they probably had a very tiring day, and when they wake up, they will feel better.
You? Now, I'm going to give you another set of pictures to look at. Okay? And they show people reacting to different situations. Hello, it's your turn now. I'd like you to compare and contrast 2 or 3 of these situations, saying how the people are feeling and why they might be reacting in this way.
Okay, so similarly, we can see different emotions in showing the faces of all these people. I think while in the first picture, for example, there's a group, a team, maybe a soccer team, they show all their accomplishment in, for example, a championship where they have won. And in the second picture, which shows the children, they seem to be scared, and in a way they are happy because they might be watching a movie, and it's interesting to see that the same movie can make one child feel scary and another one happy. So that's what I think about the feelings.
And Eric, can you tell us which of these situations you think will be the most memorable for these people?
Certainly the first picture, because I think all the boys always dream of winning a World Cup, and it only happens once in life, maybe twice, but it's very, very difficult.
Okay. Now, I'd like you to discuss something among yourselves, but please speak so that we can hear you. Here are some pictures of ways in which people can escape from the pressures of everyday life. Okay? Talk to each other about how these activities might help people escape from the pressures of everyday life, and then decide which two would have the most lasting benefit. You talk to each other about how these activities might help people escape from the pressures of everyday life, and then decide which two would have the most lasting benefit. Okay? You have about 4 minutes for this. Sorry, you have about 6 minutes for this.
Okay, we might be able to join these 3 pictures, which in a way show a kind of sport, or people practicing some kind of sport, which is.
This is not a sport.
Yeah, not a sport. It's an entertaining activity,
Yes.
but which concern your
peaceful emotion,
Yes.
something like
Yes.
that. Okay, the sports related things. Will it be?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the man is kind of cycling. Most people like to do this because it releases a kind of substance in your blood that make people happier every day if you do physical activities. And yoga is another nice thing because people are always relaxing and getting distressed from their everyday lives. I think it's a nice thing to do.
The other picture with some animals taking care of them. I don't know if it's an accent, but anyway.
I wouldn't do that.
The other mountains enjoying the sea or the lake. It's a sea. Under the shade of umbrella. The next, someone reading a book. And I think.
And the third, they are in an amusement park, roller coaster. And, they're having fun because at that moment they don't care about their worries and difficulties in life. They're just focusing on that occasion. Let's say it like
I
that.
think the two which would have most lasting benefits would be these and these.
Which ones?
These two.
The lasting benefits.
Most lasting benefits.
Yeah, why? Why?
Don't you believe the sports
I
would
think
be
sports
a lot
would be good,
that's
especially
your life?
yoga and something that you meditate and think about.
Because I've never tried.
So,
You should say so.
I think, yeah, personally, you should combine the reading part, for example, and all the physical activities. So that would be the most benefit.
best benefit.
Yeah. But from these, if I had to choose two, I would choose the ones that show sports, because they would do so as good as to your body and
Well,
So we came to an agreement, or?
something related to sports. Do you think it's
That's
more
more
beneficial as?
I don't know.
Well, personally, I like beach and sea and something related to beach, but as we live very far from the beach and we have to choose perhaps sports, I don't like farm, for example. And I think sports would be a nice way to relax
and it's an activity which you can practice everywhere. For example, if you want to go to a beach, you have to have a beach, or you need a car or even a holiday. Animals, not everybody likes animals,
yeah.
and books are the same. Roller coasters are the same. Sports, they can present you a great range of options. And if you don't like to practice sports outside, for example, like yoga, you can have a bicycle and just do it in your house.
And if you, for example, if you take a bicycle for a stroll and you can take things in your own stride, just relaxing and enjoying the ride. And I think it's a good way to